Namaskar, everyone. To all of those who are in the hall, a warm welcome. And also to those who are on Zoom, on Facebook, on our YouTube, a warm welcome to our healing circle this afternoon or evening, wherever you are. My name is Sri Devi, and I'm so happy to be with you for the first segment of our healing circle today. Just as a reminder, before we begin, doing these exercises, which may seem simple, as we work with the body and also the breath, are actually very powerful tools that we have in our toolbox for transforming the body in a single moment. So it doesn't matter how we felt in the morning, if our days were a little bit busy, if it was a little bit hectic for us to get here. What we do know is that by doing these movements with love, happiness, great attention to our body, and present moment awareness, we can shift exactly how we feel. And that is such a powerful and exciting possibility. There is no better way than by using this formula to open the body and to open the energies to that healing space. So let's do this together. And we're going to start today by coming into the body, the field that we know. So wherever we are, in our own sacred space, let's close the eyes and give attention to our body. We start by understanding that we are in a relaxed place. Wherever we feel tension in the body, we simply relax. We can start by thinking of our toes. Relaxing our toes on the ground. Feel the weight of the legs on the ground. We relax our ankle joints. We relax our shins, our calves. No need for tension in these moments. As we bring our attention up, we relax our knees, our knee joints. Such a huge support in the body. We relax the thighs, our hips, our abdominal muscles. Our breathing is so relaxed. No tension. We allow the shoulders to come forward slightly, at ease. We relax our chest muscles, allowing the whole upper body just to come forward. No stress. We relax our fingertips wherever on the body they are. We relax our wrists, our forearms, our upper arms are relaxed. As we do this, as we relax all of the muscles in the body, our loving attention follows. We are giving the body permission to let go and just to be. Our shoulders are relaxed. And here we can lift them a little bit, creating just a little bit of tension, and let them go. We tend to hold so much tension in our upper body, but here we are giving the body permission to just be. We relax our neck, our upper neck, our head region, all of our facial muscles are relaxed. And be with this experience. Feel the softness of the eyelids. Feel the softness of the cheekbones. Feel the softness of the jaw, allowing the lips to part slightly. Feel the sense of peace wrapping the entire body. Now, with every in-breath drawing from the base of the spine, we fill, imagining that as we inhale, peace is filling each of our cells as we breathe. I'm allowing my hands to come up just as I inhale. Beautiful. And as I exhale all of this peace, I imagine that it's filling each cell, even as I come down. Again, we are just meeting the body. Let's do this a few times, just bringing all of our cells into our attention as we breathe. Taking a nice deep breath, filling from the base, coming up. Lifting the shoulders slightly. Good, and as we exhale, we collapse the shoulders. Collapsing the chest. And just allowing the breath to come down. Know that in this moment, we are already transforming how the body feels. As we inhale, we imagine that all of our cells are being filled with light and peace. And as we exhale, we imagine that all of this beautiful energy is coming right down into the body. Let's breathe to the lowest point that we can feel. And we also breathe to the highest point that we can feel as we inhale. This is our last exhale. Feel the energy coming into the body. Feel where the breath is exiting the body, and know that we are being nourished. Let's bring both palms into our heart. And just for a moment, we keep our body in our awareness as we touch our heart space. Now, of course, the breath, the life force energy, is again such a powerful tool that we have. And as we do these exercises, we know that this prana, the life force energy, is nourishing us. It's carrying us. It's helping our bodies to feel where we want it to be. So as we begin, we honor this life force energy, this prana, with our sacred prayer that says, all three worlds are governed by prana. O prana, protect us as a mother protects her child. Bless us with affluence and intelligence. We will sing this together. I will sing one line and we can repeat. Let's begin. Om pranasyedam vase sarvam. Om pranasyedam vase sarvam. Tridive yat pratishtitam. Tridive yat pratishtitam. Mateva putran rakshasva. Mateva putran rakshasva. Srischa prajnascha videinahiti. Srischa prajnascha videinahiti. Just stay with this for a moment. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me in that prayer. Let's begin today by standing. Here we are going to take the chance just to open up the body, just to relieve any tension that's there. So we're going to begin with our cleansing breath. And of course, this is a good way to engage our hands, to feel grounded in the body, and to simply enjoy breathing. Let's begin. I'm going to use my hands and place them just at chest level. Okay. Let's exhale through the mouth. As we're pushing down, feel like we're pushing down into the ground. Excellent. With slow inhale, arms coming up. Looking up. Slight pause. Excellent. Exhale. Floating down. Beautiful. Let's do it again. Inhale. Enjoy this in-breath. And exhale. Good. Inhale. As we do this, think our lungs are being nourished fully. Beautiful. Let's breathe in. Fantastic, everyone. Inhale. Enjoy. Our lungs are so happy. And exhale. Last one. Inhale. And exhale. Floating down all of our energy, coming down into the ground. Good. Take a deep inhale. And with a relaxed out breath, wow, fantastic job, everyone. Let's close our eyes here. Just give ourselves a chance to feel. We're making our inhales long, our exhales deep. And just notice what is happening in the body. In these moments of silence, we give gratitude to our bodies. Excellent. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. Fantastic. So if you take a little pause just to notice what is happening, perhaps we feel a little bit of heat in the feet, or heat or sensations of tingling in our palms, or even a bit more openness in our chest, in our upper body. This is amazing. This means that as we do these exercises, energy is also flowing. Things that may need to be released are coming up in the body. And this is awesome. This is the power of doing these exercises with all of our attention. So let's continue. Okay? For our second exercise, let's just spread the toes nice and wide on the ground. So here I'm just lifting my right heel up and just placing all of my toes back down on the ground. This just gives us a good, stable standing position. I'm going to do this on the left side, lifting my toes up and placing them down. Excellent. Now let's just rotate the shoulders, relieving a little bit of tension, if there is any, in the upper body. Good. We inhale, bringing the shoulders up and back, exhaling them down. Inhale and exhale. Breathing in and out. Think of where is being activated in the body, and we're just sending it our loving attention. Even just smiling as we do these exercises can make such a big difference in how we feel. Oh, I see some beautiful smiles here. That's very encouraging. And also there, thank you. Okay, one more. Excellent. Let's inhale both shoulders up towards the ears, holding a little bit of tension. And we drop. Good. Inhale. And drop. Last one. Inhale. And drop. Fantastic. Excellent, everyone. For today, a very powerful practice is alternate nostril bhastrika. So if we feel any imbalances between the left side of the body, the right side of the body, left side of the brain, right side of the brain, this is the exercise that will allow us to bring balance back into our system. This is also the exercise for understanding how to manage the inflow of prana as we inhale, and how to safely control the exhale of prana as we bring our arm down. So I'm going to begin just to show you by blocking my left nostril. I'm exhaling through the mouth. Okay, this is just an example. I'm going to inhale with my right arm. And I'm going to exhale through the nostril. Without pausing, I inhale again. Slow, deliberate, controlled. Beautiful. So the inhale is controlled, is relaxed, so we're enjoying the inhale. And the exhalation is a bit more forceful, but again, with control. Doing this on each side affords us this amount of control of the prana. So here, our lower body is strong and stable. We are engaging all of our abdominal muscles, and we're also encouraging our lungs to fill to the fullest capacity that it can. But of course, the benefit is that we are working each lung one after the other. So you're actually maximizing the amount of oxygen intake you have. Can you imagine the level of prana that you are infusing into your system just with this exercise? So let's do this together, okay? So again, standing in our strong, stable position. Good. Here we can just tilt our pelvis towards the ground. Perfect. Okay, rolling the shoulders back. Excellent. I'm going to begin by closing my left nostril. Perfect. And I'm going to start by exhaling through the mouth. Let's inhale. And exhale. Great job, everyone. Let's continue. Beautiful, everyone. This is the last one on this side, so let's enjoy the inhale. And exhale. Fantastic. Release the nostril. Let's breathe in. And bring this beautiful energy right down. Fantastic. Let's close our eyes just for a moment and observe what is happening in the body. Observe the difference between the left side and the right side. Perhaps we feel the sinuses more clear on one side. Perhaps we feel a bit more clarity in the mind. These are all benefits. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. Excellent. Preparing to do the opposite side. So I'm going to simply close my right nostril using my hand as a guide. Let's exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale. Let's begin. Beautiful, everyone. Nice control on the exhale. Fantastic. Inhale. Good. Last three. Imagine that side of the lung being so energized. Last one. Let's release the mudra. Inhale. And let's bring all of this beautiful energy right back down into the body. Good. Inhale. And exhale, relaxed. Let's place both palms on our heart. Let's just observe how the body feels. Let us know in our hearts that with our loving attention, all of our cells have been impacted. Notice the changes that are already happening in the body. And in your own heart, celebrate this. Enjoy working with the body. It's the most important vehicle for us on this journey. Thank you to the masters of yoga for giving us these tools. Peace, peace, peace. Wow. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining in this first segment. It's a pleasure. I encourage everyone now to have a comfortable seat as I hand you over to Prema Devi for our second segment. Thank you so much, and namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone. Welcome to our second segment this afternoon. And we thank Sri Devi for the wonderful stretching and breathing exercises. And now I'm going to take you forward with our Korean-style Qigong exercises. And these will help us to strengthen our minds, hearts, and bodies. So to begin with, I just want to give a little bit of information for those that are doing these exercises for first time. I'm going to be mentioning through the sequence the dungeon area. The dungeon area is basically in Korea what the Chinese or Japanese call the dantian, the lower abdomen. So we want to focus our attention as we practice these exercises in our lower abdomen. So it's just 3 inches below the navel. And that will bring our minds into our bodies. We're balancing the yin and yang energies. And we want to bring that fire energy down into the gut and the water energy up into our brains and minds so that we can feel much more relaxed and at ease, even more than you already are. So I would like to invite you to stand as we begin with some tapping exercises just to continue to bring the awareness into our physical bodies. Also, these exercises really are wonderful for activating not only the blood circulation, but also the chi and prana all over our bodies. It unblocks any stagnant energy in our meridian channels, and really it helps you to feel much more alive and awake. So here we can open our legs, shoulder width apart. You can gently bend your knees, and here we want to tuck in our pelvic area. So we don't want the pelvis back or forward, but right in the middle, as if you are really almost sitting on a nice, comfortable chair. And now we're going to start with the tapping in our dungeon area, the lower abdomen. And I will invite you to do it a little bit harder this time. I can see many familiar faces, so I know many of you have done these exercises before, so you can really tap a little bit harder. This will really, again, benefit you even more, strengthening also the bones, everything, as we really want to recharge the body and energize. So let's begin with the tapping and counting together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 50. Very nice. Now we give our belly a nice rub. And now we want to do a full body tap. Again, we have meridians all along our arms, legs, our backs, the inner sides. So by tapping every single part, we're actually covering the meridians of most of our organs in the body. So we can make sure that we have a very, very healthy organs and body. So we're going to start by tapping our left lung. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now bringing your left palm up and tapping all the way down to your palm. Clapping. Congratulating yourself for being here today. And now bringing the left palm down, coming back to shoulder. and armpit. And now bending to the right and tapping all along the left side of your ribs. And again, you really want to feel those bones and muscles. Coming back to center, and we release. And now we go with our right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Shoulder, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now bringing the right palm up. And clapping. Here we want to activate also our inner smiles. Getting your inner and outer beautiful smiles. And armpit. And now bending to the left. Coming back to center, and we release. Now we want to push our hips back, keeping the spine erect. And here we want to tap our kidneys, our lower back area. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now going all the way back, down to our feet, and insteps. Coming all the way up. And now down to the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and inwards and upwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and hips all along the side of your hip area. Again, imagine that you are really releasing and unblocking all that needs to go. And now coming back to dungeon again. And now here we want to place one palm down and the other one up as we covered also the rib cage area. We want to tap in here as well. And just feel the unblocking, the releasing. And then we want to come into the heart for the emotional area. Here we want to release. And we even can say the sound and louder. And sweep it down. Very nice. Wonderful. Hope you can feel much more alive and energized before we get into our next exercises. So now we're going to open our legs a little bit wider apart. Here we want to open the arms to the sides. We're going to engage in a series of clapping exercises as we get to move not only the energy but the whole body area before we get into the Qigong stances. So we're going to start by clapping in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now bringing palms right in the middle. Now opening the right arm back and clapping at the front. And we do it with the other arm and coming back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And now bringing the palms sideways. Here we want to bring the right arm up and back as we turn them and they clap together. So here we are doing amazing shoulder rotations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Plus is fun, right? And now we're going to turn the palms down, and now we're going to clap on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And here we want to release our arms and bringing the feet together. And just relax your shoulders, your arms, your chest, your legs. Notice how you feel. Notice your head area, your chest, your belly, your arms, your legs, your palms and your feet. You're probably vibrating already with all the stimulation we just did. And now here, as we continue, we can open our eyes gently if they were closed, and we're going to breathe in, making a fist, imagining that you are gathering energy from the earth, coming all the way up from your Yangchan, the chakras at the bottom of your feet, all the way up to your dantian. And as you exhale, you open your palms and imagine that you are getting energy from the heavens, coming in from the top of your head, in, all the way down to your dantian. In, out, in, and out. Gathering energy from the earth up to our chest area. And here, our palms face each other as we want to imagine that we are holding an energy ball within our palms. And while we do the next series of movements, we want to continue to hold the idea of this energy ball, even as we move our palms, our bodies, our legs. And the whole idea is to really learn to control the breath with the movement, concentration, and the movement itself. So here, as we continue to gently open and close the palms in our chest area, we open our left leg to the left side, gently bending your knees. And here we want to bring the body weight slightly to our right side as we turn our left toes to the left side, turning the right foot as well, and pushing your right arm forward. Now here, your left palm is facing your right elbow. So here we want to look at the tip of our middle finger in our right palm. Your left knee is bended, the right one is fully stretched. And here again, we want to keep our concentration at the tip of our fingers, our dantian, breathing in as you expand the belly, and breathing out as you contract towards the spine. This is called the archer's stance. And now gently bringing your right palm back into the center in the chest area, still imagining that you are holding that energy ball, lifting your right heel and turning back to center slowly and gently, keeping the knees bended, and now lifting your right toes up and turning towards the right side. Also, we stretch our left leg, and here we are pushing our left arm forward. Our right palm is facing our left elbow. The concentration here is also at the tip of our left fingers and in our danjon area. As we breathe in and breathe out. Feeling the nice stretch at the back of your left leg and feeling your right thigh getting really tight. So here we are working on those muscles. And now bringing the left palm back to center as you keep holding the energy ball, lifting your left heel and gently turning back to center. Here we continue to bend our knees. We release our arms down. And now as you bring them up, imagine that your arms are floating. Placing them right in front of your chest area, palms facing forward. We want to relax shoulders and chest. And here we want to come almost into a more squatting pose. Imagine that you are sitting on a nice chair, tucking in your pelvis. And also you can feel your tailbone swinging and rocking. Feel the slight movement as you allow the body to flow and relax. And just notice, observe how the body feels. Feeling the connection with your danjon area. And feeling also the connection between your tailbone and your second chakra. Even if you don't quite feel the connection, just imagine, visualize. Remember that the energy follows the mind. So the power of intention is extremely important, as well as attention. And now here we slowly relax our palms, making a fist, and bringing the fists right by your waist area. Now here we want to bring the 90% of our body weight to our right leg. And then lifting your left toes, bringing the left leg almost on a 45-degree angle. So only 10% of your body weight is on this leg. You can actually lift it up easily. And here we want to imagine also that we are almost sitting on a chair. So we push the left arm forward and the right palm is facing our left elbow. Again, here we are really working with the inner and outer strength and power. It is supposed to feel like a burning and shaking. That means that we're really doing the exercise right. And this is really bringing all the fire down into the body. So feel also those chakras at the bottom of your right foot. And imagine that Again, any unwanted energies are going down from the bottom of your feet to the earth. And the beauty of these exercises is that you can actually work at your own level. If you want to strengthen the thighs even more, you just lower your knee and you can feel the tightness. And you can also go a little bit higher if you are feeling that it's too much, but it's always good to get to work those muscles. So now bringing the left palm back, still holding your energy ball, bringing the left foot back, and now the body weight is rocking to the left leg. Now the right toes are facing forward, and now our right palm is pushing out, and the left one is facing our right elbow. Again, the concentration is at the tip of our fingers and our dantian. Imagining that you are sitting in a comfortable chair. And the more we practice these exercises, the easier it gets. The shaking and the heat is actually a very good sign because it means that we are releasing and unblocking the stagnant energy. And now here we bring the left palm back, the right one, sorry, and holding your energy ball, we come back to center. And here we give our arms and legs and feet a nice shake. Very good, everyone. I can see you all working very hard. It's gonna pay off. You can feel the inner and outer strength. So now we're gonna bring our feet together. And the next pose is very similar to the tree pose. It's all about balance and equilibrium, which happens in the outer, but it also helps us to align in the inner. Don't worry if your leg comes down while doing this exercise. You can just slightly bring the toe down and come up again, as at the beginning might be a little bit more challenging. So we're gonna make a fist with our right palm, bringing it towards your dantian area. And then here we're gonna turn our hips slightly towards the right side, almost like on a 45-degree angle. We're gonna make a nice circle with our left fingers as if you are holding yourself from an energy rope. Imagine that it's hanging from the heavens. And here, as we look far away, imagine that you are standing at the top of the mountains, and you can see the mountains far away. In your case, you can see the mountains right behind me, so it's wonderful. We got them just for that. So now lifting your right leg up, toes are pointing down, and again, looking far behind me at the top of the mountains, concentrating, breathing into your dantian, activating your inner smile, feeling the burning and your left leg, and your dantian, the heat. And we release slowly both legs and arms, and now we switch sides. Very good. I can see you guys getting hot. So now we're gonna make a fist with our left palm, turning our hips now slightly towards the left side, bringing your right arm up. Remember, you make like a little hole, as if you are holding yourself really from the heavens. This is called independence, this pose. It means that we are able to be independent enough, just relying in the divine within, and lifting your left leg, toes pointing down, and looking far away to the tip of the mountains, breathing into your dungeon. If your leg comes down, you can just slowly come up and just notice how the body feels. Focusing on the breath. And now here we want to slowly relax both the left leg, your arm, and here we want to cross our arms and open the left leg to the left side. And here we want to cross our arms forward, bending your left knee. The right one is stretched, and your left arm is coming up. The right one slides down, and here we want to look at the tip of our fingers. Breathing into your dungeon. And again, the more that you want to work out those muscles, the more you bend your left knee. So we can really give it the level and intensity that we wish. And now here, bringing our right palm up, sliding to the right side, bending now the right leg, stretching the left one, and now your left arm comes down. Looking at the tip of the left fingers, breathing into your dungeon. And coming back to center, bringing legs together. And here we want to shake our arms, our feet, bringing palms back on our kidneys, and now pushing hips and chest forward. Breathing into your chest, and breathing out through your mouth. One more. And now coming forward, sliding the hands right behind your legs, coming all the way down to your feet, and gently rocking side to side. Gently bending your knees, and coming back to center. And here is where we finish our second segment as we prepare to welcome Gurudev for our healing guided meditation. And I will just invite you to join your minds and hearts with our healing box. So here in this box, we have all the requests, all those names of people that need some kind of support, either emotionally, mentally, physically, or spiritually. And if there is anyone else that you know, including ourselves, that needs any kind of support or healing prayers at this moment, I will invite you to imagine their names being in this box and raising your palms, bringing your minds and hearts together, your best wishes and intentions, and just sending them to all those who need it at this point of time. May they find their balance, the strength, the love and the peace, the harmony in their lives. May all be healed. May all be healthy. Thank you so much, everyone. Here we welcome Gurudev. Namaskar.
Namaskar, everyone. So welcome to the meditation segment of the Healing Circle. Do you know how powerful your mind is? Incredibly powerful. Thought is a wave energy. The moment you create thought, you're creating a wave of energy that will flow through your entire body, permeating through your body, and into the space around you. Connecting with like minds, like thoughts, and can synergize. And you can well imagine when the thought energy is destructive, what happens. Like in anger, unforgiveness, sadness, loneliness, victim consciousness. You begin to deplete your own reserves of energy, your vitality, and you're going to impact your body cells in a negative way, in a way that undermines your well-being. Are you aware of your thought power? You can use thought to heal yourself. You can use thought to lift your energy. You can use thought to lift your emotional state, lift your mental state. You can use thought to impact your environment around you. You can use thought to communicate with others. You can use thought to communicate with pets and plants and the living things in the world. Your thought power is incredible. And imagine when you have no control over your thought power, what happens? When your thought runs havoc, or your mind runs havoc, and thought is all over the place. Sometimes your energies are up and sometimes down, and you have no control over it. What about if you had control? But control over the mind begins with being able to see what is happening. Because if you can't, how are you going to control it? If you're so caught up in the thought, you've become the thought, so to speak, how are you going to control it? If you don't see yourself different to the thought that you have created, then how are you going to change it? So it's extremely important to be aware of your nature beyond thought. You're creating this thought wave in your consciousness through your intention, through your will, and through your sustained intention and sustained will. Sometimes you do it unconsciously. Unconsciously you make yourself a victim. Unconsciously you tell yourself that you are sick and you wouldn't get better. Unconsciously you tell yourself that you need a pill to get better. Of course, pills have their own place in the healing system. But don't undermine or underestimate the power of your mind, your mental field. And often I tell you that when you go to bed with a scattered mind, it's going to go through your sleep, and you're going to wake up again with this scattered mind. How about that for energy? So in this segment of the healing circle, I focus on helping you to use mind power in healing and well-being. And it begins with centering in the seer, the observer, as being different to what you are constructing. The seer is different to the thought. You know, you have three entities there, right? The seer, the seen, and the process of seeing. Seer, seeing, and seen. You want to stay in the position of seer, you want to observe the seeing, and you want to observe the seen. So you have the process of thinking, you have the process of observing the thought, and you have the product, which is the thought itself. And when you create a thought, it just doesn't disappear. So when you create a negative thought and you sustain it with your energy, it becomes a thought form. It just doesn't disappear. It stays in your memory field. And when you build the strength of this thought over time by habit, by habitual thinking, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, and it can get monstrous in the mind if it is a negative thought. Or if you have some misinterpretation of another person and think of them as being evil. You can build a thought that has no reality. Or if you think you have an illness, you have not checked it, you're afraid to go to the doctor, and you think you have an illness and you behave as though you have the illness, how stupid that can be. So it's really important to understand your body and to understand the limits by which you can diagnose yourself, or you need to go and ask a physician or somebody who knows how the body works. A healer or a therapist, it's important. Don't try to do things yourself that you have no experience of. You know, you well know that if you try operating a device and you didn't read the manual, what could happen? Oftentimes I've done that in the past with my bravado, and then you destroy the device, something in the device, and then you regret it. So understanding this, the power of thought, understanding the power of emotion, all energies, energy waves in the consciousness, understanding the power of intention, understanding the vitality that flows through you, learning to understand the reserves, the storage areas, like the belly. It's a very powerful storage of energy. The heart, nervous system of the heart, nervous system of the gut, and of course the cranial brain. And by extension, every chakra will be able to store energy. Every chakra area, because you have a nerve plexus that is associated with the area, a bundle of nerves. So here today, I want you to be able to come into the position of see as much as you can. And always remember that when I am with you, I'm communicating with you. It's not just through this word that you are listening to. It's much more than that. I communicate with you at every level. So if you keep your entire being open to the communication, you can have an incredible experience of this session. Because I intensify the energy in the session. The more I feel, the field is receptive. So let's immerse ourselves in silence. You can keep your eyes closed or open. If it's open, you have a chance to observe me physically. If it's closed, you really need to be quiet. Just center inside. And by centering, I mean observing thought and thought space, observing emotion and emotional space, observing the vital core and that space of vitality. And if you want to extend that, you observe the root area, how you're grounded in the body. You try to arrest the outflows of energy, we call it apana. When your organs are not strong in the lower area, there's a depletion of energy. And just with your breath and a pull of the lower area, you can arrest the outflows of wasted energy. That's why we have the yogic exercise of Mool Bandh, which is root lock. So begin to observe every level, mental level, emotional level. I can feel that you're doing it. Stay with an open mind. You are. In case some of you may not be having an open mind, just think of no limits, no boundaries. No limiting thought pattern, no limiting emotional pattern. Come into a space of limitless consciousness, possibilities. And use the breath to stabilize that. Just breathe into this center of being. Gathering energies. And if you were to breathe with attention to the entire spinal column, that's where the energy sources are. Or you might want to call them energy pumps. You breathe along the spinal column, the main channel, along every center, right up to the medulla point at the back of the head, and come to the third eye, which is connected to the medulla point. And when you breathe out, take your attention downwards, because then you want to focus on the physical body, the physical body and the organs as you breathe down the body, down to the gut, and then down to the root. and then up the central channel along the spine as you breathe in. So you have a circuit. One in where you are tapping into energy as you breathe up and along the spinal column. And one as you breathe down the body, feeding the body. Now your mind is incredibly powerful, so you want to stay aware of the energies that you are building as you open the belly to breathe, open the chest to breathe, breathe into the throat, to the back of the neck. You're building energies, you're centering in the energy source. And the more you can feel chakra centers, the more you will feel that you are tapping into those energies. Every chakra level is a different quality of energy. Stay with me. Just hold my presence in your consciousness as I'm connecting with all of you. Sometimes when I do this, I like to use the Om mantra. Om is just a sound, the primordial sound. Om with the in-breath and Om with the out-breath. It helps to keep the mind away from other thoughts. So on the out-breath, just think of loving your body, nourishing your body, holding your body in a loving space. On the in-breath, you're tapping into the source along every chakra point. And hold the intention, the mindset of well-being, that the practice is sustaining well-being. As you open your belly to breathe, really focus on the firepower of the gut. That comes from your chakra. If you stay with this, you're going to find yourself becoming more and more energized. Stay with me. Opening the belly and focusing on the root really grounds you in the physical. It puts you into what in Ayurveda we call the kapha quality. As you breathe down to the root and the sacral area, it's a grounding energy. Hold the awareness of well-being. So observe your intention. Your intention is to recharge, to restore, to rejuvenate, to heal. That's your intention. To restore balance. To rejuvenate, to sustain youthfulness. To revitalize, to build your vitality. So by focusing the third eye, you bring energy into the brain. The third eye, the medulla. And if you really try and you connect with my presence, you have a chance to feel that chakra powerfully. and building its strength. But keep a balance. Don't get lost in the head. You want to make sure you have a balance of belly and chest, heart and gut. And if you observe intuitively, you will know which one to focus on even more. If you feel the low vitality in the gut, then you want to recharge, revitalize. If you feel emotional stress, then you want to stay in the chest area and open yourself to loving being. If you feel scattered in the thought field, then breathe with attention to the center of the eyebrows. I absolutely love this. And I can feel it nourishes my every cell. Recharges the nervous system. Now, I want to go into the silence with you, so we can really do this in the quietness of the space. If your body shows the tendency to move in any direction, allow it. The head wants to move, if the body wants to twist, if the hands want to move. You can let it happen. For some of you, you may find that automatic movements happen. This is the powerful force of Kundalini in guiding role. Every movement I make, everything that I say is under her direction. slowly bring your awareness back to your physical world. Giving attention to the grossness of the body and its connection to the gross field of the elements. The earth, water, fire, air, and space. Do you know that the elements are connected to every chakra? So the root is the earth and the sense of smell. The sacral area relates to water and the sense of taste. The navel, the fire element, and to seeing, color and form. The heart to the element air and feeling. Touch, sense of touch. Throat to space and to hearing. Throat connecting to the ear. Heart to the hands. Of course, navel to seeing and sacral to tasting. Earth to smelling. So open up your senses and bring your attention to the relationship that your body has and your soul through the body with your external environment. That you can appreciate the presence of the earth beneath you, the presence of water within the body and in the space, the atmosphere. The fire within the body, the warmth. And the power of sight. Give attention. The heart and the touch. Throat into hearing. And then attention to the mind. To the brow. And to its connection with the outer world. It's done through the aspect of the chakra that we call the manas chakra. The one that connects us to the world. And now let the wave of lovingness and the intention of co-creating a field of peace, love, and harmony throughout creation. Let it ripple through your being. Loving heart, silent and open mind, and a strong gut that holds your body firm. As you extend the wish, let there be peace, love, and harmony in our coexistence with all of life. Now join me as we express this through the chanting of the Maha Mrityunjaya mantra, which honors the infinite power of the universe, Om Trayambakam Yajamahe, which honors the waves of energy that come out of that. Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam, it's saying the fragrance, which would be these waves that emanate from that Supreme Consciousness. Asking that it brings nourishment and prosperity. And then the prayer asks the everything that is unhealthy, even the victim consciousness of death, mortality, be taken away from us. Urvarukameva bandhanan mrityor mokshiya. And it says, please grant me immortal consciousness, the awareness that my subtle being is deathless. Ma-amritad. So join me as we say this prayer to our universe, asking for the gift of immortal consciousness and for the removal of all forms of darkness. Join me. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritad. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritad. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritad. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritad. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritad. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhem Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mokshya Mamritat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So thank you for joining in today. I hope that you've been energized. I tried my best to enter your field and to help to lift you to another level. Those of you who are going to bed now, there's no better way. And those of you, like myself, who have many hours more, we can continue to rejuvenate, revitalize. But what I want to say to you today in conclusion is the idea of living fully in the body as you do everything, not just in the mind. It's an unbalanced story when you stay mentally polarized or emotionally polarized. So what about the rest of you? Shouldn't all your senses be alive and alert that you can appreciate everything? Wouldn't you like when you're walking, I've said it before, that you want to feel the earth beneath you, you want to breathe the air around you, and you want to pick up all the sense of nature. You want to really feel the air's precious life force, prana. You want to feel the presence of water in the body, and you know how precious that water is. We are about 70%. We are told. And the beauty of it, the water can store energy, as Dr. Emoto has shown with the crystallization of the water molecules. So you can store these wonderful energies in your body. I'm sure that your water has been impacted by the healing meditation. And if you have water like I have here, I'm sure it's a recharge. And of course, the sense of hearing, that you want to enjoy the sounds of your world. You want to be able to feel your world. You want to be able to see the color and the light and appreciate it. Just remember that a number of people across the world, they don't have full sight or maybe no sight. We who have the ability to see form and color, we're fortunate. So live in the appreciation of all your senses being alert and alive to life around you, and be in gratitude. My greatest joy is being able to really appreciate life around me. I know it's temporary. I know it's a passing experience, but I want to enjoy it as it moves. I want to enjoy it as it moves. You know, when you go on a holiday and you go on a vacation, you how much you want to see everything, you want to enjoy everything. You don't want to stay anywhere all the time. You want to move. You want to experience more. And when it's finished and you have to leave, you say goodbye to the experience. It's been an enriching one, revitalizing one, recreational one. Same with life. You constantly need to observe how your own physical body changes, giving you a different experience at every age. The appreciation of that, the appreciation of aging, the appreciation of and not realizing that it's you who are aging, it's a body that is aging. But of course, you are learning more from every experience, and you're keeping that learning with you. And try to resolve all issues within your being. You don't want to carry unresolved issues going forward. As much as you can every day, you resolve the issues that might be there in your consciousness. You make peace with them. And you bless them, whatever they were. Continuously stay in the present moment. And like I was telling someone here this morning, learn to live in the eternal moment. Eternity is always there in every moment. It's we who get attached to timelines. But if we detach from timelines, detach from beginning and ends, and just stay in the moment continuously and move with the moment, you are living in the eternal now. When you live in the past or you live in the future, how can you be fully in the present? How can you be in the eternal now? You're with timelines continuously. Of course, I have timelines in my mind because I like when things progress and there's achievement, but I'm never attached to the timeline. And my joy is looking at how the universe is influencing the timeline. So if it stretches the timeline, I say, fine, I'm going to work with that. COVID came and brings another experience. But I surrendered to it. So we have the universe. So I look at the play. It allowed me to do more virtual work. And of course, whether it's in person or virtual, I can still feel the power to communicate. And I can still feel the feedback in the communication. So though I like and enjoy physical presence, this is very effective for me as well. So try to live in total body awareness. Try to live in full appreciation of life around you. And as much as you can, live in the eternal now. It may not make complete sense to you, but if you listen to this talk continuously, it will. And try and go back to these programs, go back to these healing circles. Everyone is impregnated with energy. You go back and you can relive it. Don't think it's gone, so we need a new healing circle. No, go back and revisit each one and enjoy it. So, let me wish you a marvelous day, wherever you are. I continue to stay in touch with you, even if I don't see your physical form. I'm with you and you're with me. I thank you for your appreciation of what I'm doing. I thank you for your company this evening and my evening or afternoon. I thank you for the company. It means a lot to me. Why? Because I love doing this that I do. And you allow me to do it. You give me a space to do. I'll be totally bored if I didn't have anyone to uplift. I would find my life being useless. And I don't want to just uplift the space and the pets around me and the plants around me. I want to uplift human beings like myself. So thank you for the marvelous opportunity, everyone. So I want to wish you a marvelous day, wherever you are, and let's continue to meet in the inner space and the outer. Have a blessed day, everyone. Namaskar.